Okay, so we wanted to start today by asking you guys, how many of you know how much you guys will owe after you graduate? Do you guys know about the amount, how much you'll owe? Okay, so 1, 2 maybe? Do you guys know about the monthly payments that you'll have to make? I know that's probably stretching it. Okay, well that will lead me into my story about Zachary Benita. And ever since Zachary was growing up, he wanted to be in the Air Force. And the cool thing about the Air Force is we know that they'll help you with your student loans, right? Well, he went to Texas A&M, which is a pretty expensive university, and was about to graduate and everything, and he had a very rude awakening. He learned that he was going to owe $90,000 in student loan that he thought was going to be totally covered by the Army. So he had no financial plan. He did the math, and he was going to be making about $2,000 a month, and he had to spend $1,000 a month. So that's half going towards his student loans, and that's crazy. And when he was asked, like, how did this happen? Because you'd think he would know. Well, he had no financial literacy skills, and he just thought that the government, that the Air Force was going to cover all of it. So this led him to into a really deep hole of debt. And it's all because he just didn't think it was that important. He thought he was covered, and he didn't really go in depth into his financials. So with that, my name is Gabriel Mayer.
Jake Downs.
I'm Reagan Stevens.
And we're going to talk to you guys about financial illiteracy, which is what led Zachary into the hole of debt. So we're going to talk to you about the pain and how it affects society. So 4 out of every 5 U.S. citizens are living paycheck to paycheck. That's way over majority. That's crazy. And 25% of those are not putting any money towards savings. They're just paying those bills and not putting any money towards saving. And almost 75% of them are in some sort of debt, and they never expect to get out of that debt. So that's not just a financial problem, that's a mental problem, being in that sort of debt. And how it affects society is 40% of Americans wouldn't even be able to cover a $400 emergency. $400 is about how much it costs to get 4 new tires on your car. So imagine being stuck without a car to get to work, and how that problem can really build. And then the total consumer debt of the United States is $3.95 trillion. So that's how much debt we're all in, and that's a unfathomable amount, really. And the Northwestern Mutual reported that 40% of Americans spend up to half of their monthly income. So just like Zach, he's going to have to spend $1,000 every month to pay back that $90,000. A lot of people, 40%, spend half. So now that we've talked to you about the problem and how it affects our society, I'm going to pass it to Reagan to talk to you about what our solution would be.
Okay, so that brings us into our solution, which is Dollar Scholars. So as we discussed last time about IU's Money Smarts program, this is going to be a little pretty similar to the same idea. So at USI, it would be a set of required online modules for every student, and it would also calculate your cost. And that means calculating your school cost, your book cost, your living cost, so you know exactly what your financial responsibilities are. So the benefits of this are that students gain financial literacy, and it also can help you in your future. After you graduate, you have a lot of things you're going to have to be dealing with, and it helps you understand the requirements you're going to have after that. So Money Smarts lives by the "don't fret about debt, living money smart is a better bet," and that's just a really good quote that puts it into perspective. So our opportunity size. Our primary targets are going to be universities. So USI has about 11,000 students, and we'd eventually like to sell the software to places like Purdue or bigger universities. Students are also a big primary target, as well as high schools. Seniors in high school can use this program for the students that are going into college and for those that are just going into the real world. Our supporting evidence, Phil Schumann was the director of financial literacy at IU. He gave us some information on Money Smarts, and Anna Maria Lusardi was quoted in the article with Zach, and she is a researcher on financial literacy. And I'll pass it to Jake.
So basically where our program differentiates from the IU Money Smarts program is the range of people that we want to target. Not only will we offer educational courses to the university students, but we'll offer dual credit courses to high school students and then adult education courses offered to non-students as well. And then our value proposition for university students, high school students, and adults who need education and financial literacy, the USI Dollar Scholars Program provides awareness and education on loan debt and helps students make informed financial decisions. Unlike IU's Money Smarts program, the USI Dollar Scholars Program is offered as dual credit to high school students and offers adult education courses for non-USI students in the local community.